Today, I am excited to share with you 5 powerful ways to transform your mindset. As we all know, our mindset plays a crucial role in shaping our lives, determines our beliefs, attitudes, and actions, which ultimately lead us towards success or failure. In today's message, I want to address the common struggles that many of us face when it comes to our mindset. You're not alone in this journey. We all have so actions which ultimately lead us towards success or failure. In today's message, I want you to address the common struggles that many of us face when it comes to our mindset. You are not alone in this journey. We all have our own battles to fight. But the good news is that we have the power to turn things around by listening to this message. You will gain valuable insights and practical tools that will help you shift your mindset and create a more fulfilling life. So get ready to take notes and be prepared to make some positive changes. Let's dive in, starting with number 5. The fifth way to transform your mindset is practicing self care. Now, some of you may be wondering what exactly self care is. It taking a bubble bath or indulging in your favorite dessert? While those things can certainly be part of self care, it goes much deeper than that. Self care is about taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. It is about recognizing your needs and making sure they are met. It is about showing yourself love and compassion just as you would for a loved one. But why is self care so important? Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever been on an airplane? If so, you may remember the safety instructions before takeoff. In case of an emergency, we are told to put on our own oxygen mask before helping others. Why is that? Because we cannot help anyone else if we are not taking care of ourselves. First, the same principle applies in life. We cannot be our best selves. We cannot reach our full potential if we are not taking care of ourselves. And yet, so many of us neglect self care in the pursuit of success and happiness. But let me tell you, my friends, success and happiness cannot be achieved without self care. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. So, let me share with you some ways in which you can practice self care and transform your mindset. First and foremost, take care of your physical health. This may seem obvious, but is often overlooked. Eat well, exercise regularly, and get enough rest. Our bodies are our vessels in this life, and we must treat them with respect and care. When we neglect our physical health, it can lead to fatigue, illness, and negative mindset. So make it a priority to take care of our body. Next, take care of your mental health. This is something that is not talked about enough, but it is just as important as our physical health. Our minds are powerful and they can either be our greatest ally or our worst enemy. So make sure to take time for yourself to recharge and relax. This could be through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a walk in nature. Find what works for you and make it a part of your routine. Another aspect of self care is setting boundaries. This can be a difficult one for many of us, especially if you are people pleasers. But it's essential to set boundaries in our real relationships, work, and personal life. This means saying no when you need to and not feeling guilty about it. It means recognizing when someone or something is draining our energy and taking steps to protect ourselves. Remember, you have the right to set boundaries and prioritize your well being. Now, let us talk about self love. This is a term that is often misunderstood. Self love is not about being selfish or arrogant, it is about accepting and loving yourself for who you are, flaws and all. It is about treating yourself with kindness and compassion and not being too hard on yourself. We all make mistakes, we all have imperfections, but that is what makes us human. Embrace your uniqueness and practice self-love every day. And the way to practice self-care is through self-reflection. Take time to reflect on your thoughts, actions, and emotions. This can help you gain better understanding of yourself and identify areas for improvement. It can also help you celebrate your successes and acknowledge your strengths. Remember, self reflection is not about judgment, but about growth and self awareness. Lastly, surround yourself with positivity. This includes the people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you are in. Negativity can be toxic and drain our energy. So make a conscious effort to surround yourself with positive and uplifting people. Read books or listen to podcasts that inspire you and create a space that brings you joy and peace. My friend, self care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is not selfish, it is essential. When we take care of ourselves, we are better equipped to take care of others and to achieve our goals. So make self care a priority in your life and watch how it transforms your mindset now. To number four, I want to talk to you about a topic that often brings fear and discomfort to many, but I believe is the key to unlocking our greatest potential, which is embracing failure. Yes, you heard me right. Embrace failure. The very word itself may make some of you cringe. But I want to challenge you to embrace it. Embrace failure as a necessary and valuable part of your journey towards success. As I always say, success is not to be pursued. Success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become. So let me ask you this: who do you want to become? Do you want to be someone who is afraid of failure, who avoids taking risks and playing it safe? Or do you want to be someone who embraces failure as a stepping stone towards greatness? The choice is yours. I know what failure can be. A difficult pill to swallow. It can be painful, embarrassing, and even discouraging. But let me tell you, this failure is not the end. It is simply a detour on the road to success. In fact, failure is not something to be feared, but rather something to be celebrated. Think about it: every successful person you admire has experienced failure at some point in their journey. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity and imagination. Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for TV. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. But did they let those failures define them? No, they use them as fuel to propel them towards their dreams. You see, failure is not a reflection of who you are, but rather an opportunity for growth and learning. It is through failure that we discover our true strengths and weaknesses, and it is through failure that we learn to persevere and become resilient. I often say, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better, and that is exactly what failure allows us to do. Allows us to become better versions of ourselves. So instead of avoiding failures, embrace it as a necessary part of your journey towards success. Now I know some of you may be thinking, but Jim, how do I embrace failure? How I turn something that feels so negative into a positive? Well, my friends, I have four ways to help you transform your mindset and embrace failure. Firstly, change your perspective. Instead of viewing failure as a setback, view it as a learning opportunity. Ask yourself, what I can learn from this experience. What did I do well? What can I improve on? What we shift our perspective, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and growth. Secondly, don't take failure personally. It is easy to let failure affect our self-esteem and confidence, but remember that failure is not a reflection of who you are as a person. Separate yourself from the failure and focus on the lessons and opportunities it presents. Thirdly, take responsibility for your failures. It can be tempting to blame others for external circumstances for our failures, but the truth is we are in control of our own actions and decisions. Take ownership of your failures and use them as a chance to reflect and improve. Lastly, don't be afraid to fail again. As the saying goes, it's if at first you don't succeed, try again. Failure is not a one time event, it is a continuous process. Embrace the possibility of failure and keep moving forward toward your goals. Now I want to share with you a personal story about my own experience with failure. In my early 20s, I was struggling financially and emotionally. I had a job that I hated and I was barely making ends meet. But instead of giving up, I decided to take a risk and start my own business. At first, things were going well. I was making more money than I ever had before, and I was feeling confident. But as with any business, there were ups and downs, and unfortunately, I hit a major down. I lost some everything. My business my money and my confidence. In that moment, I felt like a complete failure. I was embarrassed and ashamed. But I didn't let that failure define me. I picked myself up and dusted myself off and started over. And let me tell you that failure was the best thing that ever happened to me. It taught me valuable lessons about perseverance, resilience, and the power of positive mindset. Now to number three, which is surrounding yourself with positive people. We have all heard the saying you are the average of the five people you spend the most time with, and I am here to tell you that this statement is absolutely true. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our thoughts, actions, and ultimately our success in life. Therefore, it is crucial that we carefully choose who we allow into our inner circle. Now, you may be thinking that, but Jim, I can't control who I work with or who my family members are, and while that may be true, you have the power to choose who you spend your free time with, who you confide in, and who you allow to influence your thoughts and beliefs. And this is where the transformation begins. You see, when we surround ourselves with positive people who are exposed to their energy, their mindset, and their habits, and as human beings we are highly influenced by our environment. When we are in the presence of positive driven and successful individuals, we are inspired to become the best versions of ourselves. We begin to adopt their positive mindset and their drive for success and their habits that lead to greatness. On the other hand, if we surround ourselves with negative, toxic, and motivated individuals, we'll inevitably start to adopt their negative mindset, the lack of drive, and their destructive habits will become a product of our environment, whether we realize it or not. So the question becomes how do we surround ourselves with positive people? Well, the first step is to be aware of the people we currently have in our lives. Are they positive, supportive, and uplifting, or are they negative, critical, and draining? It's important to take a step back and evaluate the people we spend the most time with and be honest with ourselves about the impact they have on us. Next, we must actively seek out positive people. This could be through networking, events, joining a club organization, or even reaching out to someone who inspires you. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and connect with like minded individuals. Remember, you are the average of the people you surround yourself with, so choose wisely. But it's not just about surrounding ourselves with positive people, it's also about being a positive influence on others. As the saying goes, you attract what you are not what you want. If you want to be surrounded by positive people, you must first embody positivity ourselves. This means being kind, supportive, and uplifting to those around us. It means being a source of inspiration and motivation for others. When we do this, we will actually attract positive people into our lives. Now, I want to address a common misconception about surrounding ourselves with positive people. Some argue that being surrounded positive people at all the time is unrealistic, and that we need to be exposed to negativity in order to grow and learn. And while I agree that okay, we can learn from negative experiences, it's important to understand that there is a difference between being exposed to negativity and surrounding ourselves with negative people. Being exposed to negativity can teach us valuable lessons, help us grow, but surrounding ourselves with negative people can be detrimental to our growth and success. Negative people can drain our energy, discourage our dreams, and hold us back from reaching our full potential. So it's important to find a balance and limit our exposure to negative people as much as possible. Now, I want to share a personal story with you about the power of surrounding yourself with positive people. When I first started my journey towards personal development, positive people who support and encourage me on my journey. And let me tell you, the transformation that occurred in my life was incredible. I started to see opportunities where I once saw obstacles. I started to believe in myself and my abilities, and most importantly, I started to achieve my goals, and I live a life of abundance and success. And how the number two, now the number two way to transform your mindset, which is setting goals. Now I know what some of you may be thinking, goals. I have heard this before. It's nothing new, but let me tell you, my friends, setting goals is not just about writing down a list of things you want to achieve. It is about creating a roadmap to your success, a blueprint for your dreams. Goals are the fuel that drives us towards our desired destination. Without them, you're just wandering aimlessly, hoping for things to fall into place. You see, life is a journey, and just like any journey, we need to map to guide us. We need to know where we are going and how we are going to get there. That is where goals come in there. give us direction, purpose, and motivation. They are the stepping stones that lead us to our ultimate destination, success. But here is the thing, my friends, setting goals is not enough. We must also have the right mindset to achieve them. We must believe in ourselves, have the determination and discipline to follow through, and most importantly, we must have a burning desire to achieve our goals. As the great Napoleon Hill once said, a goal is a dream with a deadline. So let me ask you, what are your dreams, what are your goals, and most importantly, what is your deadline? Setting goals is not one time event, it is an ongoing process. It requires constant evaluation, adjustment, and action. So how do we set goals that will truly transform our mindset and lead us to success? Let me share with you a simple and powerful framework that has helped me and countless others achieve our goals. First and foremost is, we must have a clear and specific goal. It is not enough to say I want to be successful. What does success mean to you? Is it financial freedom, a fulfilling career, or a happy and healthy family? The more specific and detailed our goal is, the more real and tangible it becomes. Next, we must have strong why. A why is the driving force behind our goal. It is the reason we get up early, work hard, and stay committed even when things get tough. Our why gives us purpose and meaning, and it is what keeps us going when we face challenges and setbacks. But setting goals is not just about the end result, it is also about the journey. That is why we must have a plan. A plan is a roadmap that outlines the steps we need to take to achieve our goals. It helps us stay organized, focused, and on track. As the saying goes, failing to plan is planning to fail. Now, having a plan is great, but it is useless without action. We must take massive action towards our goals. It is not enough to just think or talk about our goals. We must act on them. As the saying goes, actions speak louder than words. So let your action be reflection of your goals and desires. However, you must also remember that setbacks and challenges are part of the journey. We will face obstacles, but it is how we respond to them that will determine our success. We must have the resilience and perseverance to overcome any challenges that come our way. As the great Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And finally, we must have accountability. Accountability is the glue that holds our goals together. It is what keeps us on track and ensures we stay committed to our goals. We must have someone who will hold us accountable, whether it is coach, mentor, an accountability partner. As the saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. My friends, setting goals is not just about achieving our dreams, it is about becoming the best version of ourselves. It is about pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones and growing into the person we are meant to be. It is about transforming our mindset, unlocking our full potential, and fully finally remain number one, which is a practicing gratitude. Gratitude is not just a feeling or a passing thought. It is a way of life. It is a mindset that allows us to see the good in every situation, no matter how challenging it may be. It is the practice of acknowledging and appreciating the blessings in our lives, both big and small. And let me tell you, my friends, when you make gratitude a part of your daily routine, it has the power to completely transform your life. You see, we live in a world where it is easy to focus on what we don't have, what we haven't achieved, what is going wrong in our lives. We are bombarded with messages of lack and scarcity, making it easy for us to fall into a negative mindset. But I am here to tell you that practicing gratitude is the key to breaking free from the cycle of negativity. When we practice gratitude, we are training our minds to see the positive, to see the abundance that surrounds us. It is like putting on the pair of glasses that allows us to see the world in a whole new light. Suddenly, we are no longer focused on what we lack, but instead we are filled with appreciation for all that we have. But gratitude is not just about being thankful for the good things in our lives, it is also about being grateful for the challenges and hardships that we face, because it is through these challenges that we grow, we learn, and we become stronger. As the saying goes, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. It is the face of adversity that we discover our true strength and resilience. I can personally attest to the power of gratitude in transforming one's mindset. Growing up I was a farm boy with a big dreams. I want to achieve greatness and make a difference in the world, but I faced many challenges and setbacks along the way. However, through it all I held on to my practice of gratitude. I was grateful for the lessons I learned, the people who supported me, and the opportunities that came my way. And let me tell you, my friends, gratitude has brought me more success and fulfillment than I could have ever imagined. It had allowed me to see the good in every situation, to learn from my mistakes, and to appreciate the people who have helped me along the way. It has also given me the strength to keep pushing forward, even in the face of adversity. Now, you may be wondering how exactly do we practice gratitude, and the answer is simple. It starts with a shift in our mindset. Instead of focusing on what we don't have, we must shift our focus to what we do have. We must train our minds to see the blessings in our lives, no matter how small they may seem. On one way to do this is through a gratitude journal. Every day, take a few minutes to write down three things you are grateful for. They can be as simple as having a roof over your head, food on your table, or a loving family. As you continue this practice, you will begin to see that there is so much to be grateful for in your life. Then another way to practice gratitude is through acts of kindness. When we do something kind for someone else, it is not only makes us feel good, but it also fills our hearts with gratitude. It can also be as simple as paying for someone's coffee, helping a friend in need, or volunteering in your community. These small acts of kindness not only make a difference in someone else's life, but they also remind us of all the good in the world. And finally, one of the most powerful ways to practice gratitude is through power of our words. When we express our gratitude to others, not only make them feel appreciated, but we also reinforce the positive in our own minds. So make a habit to thank the people in our life for their support, their love, and their contributions. And most importantly, don't forget to thank yourself for all that you have accomplished and overcome. My friends, I cannot stress enough the importance of practicing gratitude. It is the key to transforming your mindset and living life of abundance and fulfillment. And as we continue on our journey of personal development, as someone who has spent decades studying success and personal development, I have come to understand that one of the biggest obstacles standing in the way of our dreams is ourselves. Yes, we heard that right. We are often our own worst enemy when it comes to achieving our goals and living the life we truly desire. But don't worry, you are not alone in this struggle. In fact, it is a common challenge that many of us face. The good news is there are ways to overcome this and get out of our own way. In today's message, I will be sharing 5 powerful strategies that can help you break free from self-sabotage and start making progress towards your dreams. So if you are tired of feeling stuck and ready to take control of your life, then this video is for you. By the end of it, you will have a clear understanding of what you need to do to turn things around and start living the life you truly deserve. So without further ado, let's dive into the 5 ways to get out of your own way and achieve your dreams. Starting with number 5, the fifth way to get out of your own way and achieve your dreams is to practice self-care and self-compassion. You see, we live in a society that glorifies the hustle in the grind. We are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us to work harder, push ourselves to the limit, and never take a break. And while hard work and determination are important, we often forget the importance of taking care of ourselves. Self care and self compassion are not selfish acts, that they are essential for our well being and success. As the saying goes, we cannot pour up from an empty cup. If you are not taking care of yourself, how can you expect to give your best to your dreams and goals? So what exactly self-care is? It is simply taking the time to prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional health. It means listening to your body and giving it what it needs, whether the rest, exercise, or healthy meal. It means taking breaks when you need them and not feeling guilty about it. It means setting boundaries and saying no when necessary. It means treating yourself with kindness and compassion. Now some of you might be thinking, but jumps, okay, it's over now. Thank you.